Hi guys, Togo here with a new video, and this video will be my overview video about Fury and Arms Warrior in PvP for Dragonflight. They did make a lot of changes, so I'm going to discuss about it, and I think the philosophy where they are going to for Fury and Arms are actually fantastic. I'm going to show you also a few builds, and yeah, I mean, I think it's very cool to actually see the new changes they actually made for Fury and Arms. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Like the video if you like the video, and be sure to comment below which class, which spec you're going to play in Dragonflight. I'm super excited for Dragonflight. I'm actually also excited for Wrath of the Lich King, but again, we need to wait a bit for Dragonflight, and Wrath of the Lich King is now around the corner, so I might also as well just play a lot of Wrath these days. So let's start away with the Fury talents, and also you will have timestamps below whenever I'm talking about the class tree and whenever I'm talking about Fury and Arms. They made a lot of changes, like for example, now you can only have Berserker Stance whenever you're Fury, and you can only have Battle Stance whenever you are Arms, and Defensive Stance um, is a choice node, but everyone will take a defensive stance probably. I think in PvP it will still be nerfed to 20% damage you deal by 20%. Yeah, it's interesting. So let's start away with Fury with Berserker Stance. The tooltip hasn't changed, so it's still increasing the damage of your auto attacks and reducing the effectiveness of fear, sap, and incapacitate effects on you by 15%. So I'm going to make the tree as if I was going to do PvP. So we have Impending Victory, which is pretty neat to have it so close to everything. We're going for Berserker Rage. Of course, if you're not playing versus saps, fear, and incaps, you might as well not take it, but that's the good thing about the talent trees. Now you have a lot of more options, and if you're not taking Berserker Rage for some reason in PvP in Arena, you can go for another defensive, which is pretty valuable if you ask me. So let's start away with fast footwork. Of course, we're going for honed reflexes because we want to go even further beyond, and we go for Berserker Rage because I assume you're playing versus someone that has a fear. Now, the thing that maybe bothers me the most here is you have War Machine here, and you need to take War Machine to get Spell Reflection. Now, I can understand that sometimes you will have to take a talent to take something more interesting, but I feel like it's way too intrusive, and you will have to take War Machine regardless. I feel like Spell Reflection is such a great ability, and you will have to take it. I also see one charge here, so it's quite interesting. We will see if further beyond you have another charge of Spell Reflection. So we take Spell Reflection, we take Intimidating Charge, and we take Heroic Leap. So now we are quite advanced. We will have to dip into the right side to even progress, but you will see. So we get Bounding Stride, but you can also get the new talent, which is Wrenching Impact. Heroic Sleep cooldown is increased by 45 seconds. It is a 45 seconds CD, so it will become a 1 minute 30 seconds CD. And you will pull 4 random enemies within 10 yards to you. So I feel like it's more of a PvE talent or a protection warrior talent, for example, but I don't think it's a very good talent for PvP. In general, you will have a faster leap, which is faster cooldown leap, which is probably better just in general in arenas and in BG. So I'm going for Bounding Stride, which gives me the option to go for double time, which is a extra charge, which is pretty neat. And now you have bitter immunity in the second tier, which is quite nice because then you will have to choose wisely whenever you are in the third tier 3 with the 20 points required and actually make choices there. So we'll take bitter immunity because I think it's a very good talent. We're not going to take Crushing Force because I don't think you will slam a lot with your Fury Warrior, but I think with Arms Warrior you might as well take it. It feels like a very good talent in general to do more damage. And we are going for Shadowing Troll because we are going to assume you're playing versus a paladin or versus a mage. But if you're not playing versus something that has magical immunities, I would then not take Shadowing Troll and take something else. But I'm going to take Shadowing Troll. Now there is an interesting talent here, Reinforced Plates, which increases your armor by 20%. And you know armor is very interesting for a lot of classes. Like for example, warlock with demon armor, it felt always more tanky whenever they had that, and whenever it was removed, it felt like warlocks were easily killed by physical damage dealers. But now you have a choice, and that's what is very interesting with those talents. You will have to make choices based on your enemies, and you will have loadouts, so you can click on it, it will change for you automatically. So I assume if you're playing versus an arms warrior, a fury warrior, outlaw rogue, for example, or monk, you will take reinforced plates to get more armor and be more tanky and beefier. And if you're playing versus a wizard cleave, for example, you're not going to take this because it's useless, for example. So I like this talent. It's a very good placement as well. And I feel like PvP-wise, it can be very interesting. But I'm going to take Frothing Berserker because, again, it's a very good talent in general for Fury. Since it's a free talent as well, you will have to progress anyways. Here you have cooldown of pummel reduced by 1 second, and here you already have a reduction on the pummel CD on about 0.5 seconds. So you have a lot of ways to actually reduce the CD of pummel, which is quite nice. If you're playing versus mages or warlocks or whatever, I feel like it's good to have a faster interrupt. Anyways, now we can't really progress because I'm not going to take concussive blow. I am going to progress on the right side because I need to have some defensive, so I'm going to take defensive stance, intervene, I'll take a rallying cry, leash, should I take leash? I think we want Stormbolt, so we have to actually progress downwards. I will not take leash, but I will take, for example, inspiring presence because it will become a big CD. In general, you will have like 40% increased maximum health and temporary health, so it will be a great self-healing for you and a option to actually use whenever you're doing defensives. Again, I feel like auto attack speed is quite nice on Fury because you will have to improve your auto attacks. Again, you see that the Fury tree is like already cluttered with a lot of talents. I'm going to discuss it one by one, the new talents at least, or new placements of those talents. So we take Furious Blow because we want Stormbolt, and now you see you have Stormbolt, you have Double Time, and you have Impending Victory, which are all three great talents, and now you can play with them all together. Now, it depends on the south side if I'm going to go even further or not, because here you have Sidearm, which is a cool talent, but the problem is it might break CC. Titanic Throw doesn't really warrant to be taken, Barbaric Training too, and I feel like Seismic Reverberation is not great, but you might maybe want to go for Shockwave. If I'm seeing, Shockwave deals 350% increased damage and will always deal critical strike damage, so it becomes so times 3, I would say, 60%, and then 80, like I would say 70% more damage, like causing like AoE. If I'm calculating correctly, because it's written 350% increased damage, and here it's 20%. So I guess times 3 and then times a half, I would say. So it will be 17%. 70%. I don't know if I want that. But this is quite nice because then you will have reduced effectiveness of Fear Sap again with Berserker Stance. It can be very, very nice if it stacks like 30%. But I'm going to I have a point to spend anyways, right? We're going to take Seismic Reverberation. So because again, this will break CC. I don't want to break CC, and the other options will not progress any further. So let's go. Your gain strength equal to 5% of your armor. I feel like it's very nice if you are having reinforced plates. Here you have Avatar, which is a great talent by itself, and then you have the Memory of Tormented Berserker and Tormented Titan. So whenever you activate Avatar or Recklessness, which is something you are going to activate as a Fury Warrior, the other you will cast the other at a reduced effectiveness, which is quite nice. Or activating Avatar, cast Odin's Fury, and activating Odin's Fury, cast Avatar at reduced effectiveness. So it depends really if you are going for Odin's Fury later down the line. So that's more or less going to be interesting. I feel like you will have to go for Spear of Bastion. It is still too strong. I would personally remove this talent, even though I will probably main warrior with a warlock, for example, in Dragonflight. But I feel like it's too strong for a talent. You will have to always take this with Elysian Might. You will have an 8-second tether, which is super strong in arenas in general, and a lot of classes can't deal with that. Here you have Thunderous Roar, so you will have causing 160% of attack power physical damage and causing your enemies to bleed for 160% of attack power. So the damage itself is very high. Let's be honest. But I don't know if it's going to warrant. This will make you a 1-minute CD of Thunderous Roar, which is quite nice. And this is to increase the bleed effect. I think it's very good for arms warriors, because if you are an arms warrior, you can make use of this. Now I want to test a build, so I have 7 points left. I could do like this. Let's not do that, because 3 enemies is quite hard in arenas. So we have spent, we still have 4 points to spend, and then I would put those points here, and we take more Memory of Tormented Berserker or Tormented Titan. Depends about Odin's Fury, how good it is in Dragonflight. I'm going to take Tormented Berserker. I wish I was on the beta, guys. I would have tested everything, but I feel like they don't want me there. So this would be my build. I guess you can make an attack speed build. So you will take, for example, Quick Thinking, which is basically giving you 5% more attack speed, plus dual wield specialization, which gives you more damage as well. Just in general, you could do a attack speed build with, for example, sidearm. I feel like there is a lot of other great talents, like for example Leash itself is a very good talent. So that would be my build for Fury Warriors, and let's start right away with the Fury Warrior talent tree. We're taking Bloodthirst, which is a good talent by itself, I feel. Raging Blow, of course, and Regeneration, of course. This hasn't changed. I'm going to take Invigorating Fury, because again it will heal you for more, so you will be a juggernaut by itself. You will heal yourself more easily. Warpaint is a very good talent, and now we can go for more damaging abilities. Let's go for Improve Execute, which is basically needed. I feel like Sudden Death, of course, is a good talent. Improved Enrage, I feel like you will have to take it. And here it depends about this side. Single-minded Fury, I feel like they didn't do anything to it. They did put Skull Banner a bit higher though. Critical strike damage by 20%. I don't know. I'm going to go for the middle and the right side. So I'll take Rampage. Here, Raging Blow and Annihilator causes every strike of your... Yeah, that's pretty strong if you're going for a Raging Blow build, which I am. Recklessness, of course. Frenzy, which is a big talent in general. I will not take Blood Craze. I don't think I will take it. But I might take it because I want to maybe go for Odin's Fury, which is probably a very good talent by itself. The Refund is cool, but it's a 1 point, so it's definitely not as strong as I would want it to be. Massacre, of course. Here you have a stacking. Execute increases the critical strike chance of execute by 10%, so you can pretty much like always crit. But the thing is, as an arms warrior, it's very strong. As a Fury warrior, I don't know if you're going to want to always execute. Depends about the damage really. But I'm going for Wrath and Fury again, improving your Raging Blow damage. 5% for one talent is quite bad, but it is what it is, right? So I'm going to take it. Raging Blow gains an extra charge. I'm going to take it that as well. And here you have Whirlwind. I don't know if you're going for that. You have 3 points, so I guess you can. So I'm going to take the Skull Banner because I feel like it's a great CD to use. If you're doing Recklessness and Skull Banner at the same time, I think you're going to obliterate people. It feels like a very good combination. You could do also a single-minded Fury build, but I'm going for the most cookie cutter build. I'm going for improved whirlwind. I feel like it's very good. And here whirlwind deals 25% more damage. I don't know if I really want that. I think it's better to go for hack and slash this time. So now we are at the last bit of talents for Fury. Whirlwind will have more damage. 200% increased damage on slam. I mean, 60% plus this. It might be a very good build. It would be a build, like a video for a build like crazy good. I want to do that, but I don't have the Dragonflight, guys. If I had Dragonflight, I would test it out for you. But Slam doing 200% more damage is really worth it. It becomes a CD that you really want to press with this talent, Crushing Force. Anyways, here mastery, I don't think it's a very good thing anyways to take, so I will take Swift Strike, so it will give you Audience Fury, a way for Audience Fury as well. And here I think it's a very good talent, but you will need to have Crushing Force to make it work. But I will do a video by itself. If I ever get a beta, I will make it for you guys. Swift Strikes, again, haste, which is a very good stat by itself, and getting more rage for Raging Blow and Annihilator, which we don't have, but that doesn't matter. It's always nice since you are going to spam Raging Blows. So we have here Reckless Abandon. I feel like it's a very, very good talent to use. And here we have Rampage has a 20% chance to grant Recklessness, which is pretty big, so I'm going to take it. And Depths of Insanity, which improves your duration of Recklessness, which is also pretty neat. So here you have Storm of Steel. So you have Ravager. You don't have Blade Storm, unfortunately. Blade Storming every 1 second you gain 5%. That's a BFA talent if I'm correct. Ravager's, no, not talent, but Azerite power. Ravager's damage is reduced by 50%, but it now has 2 charges. Ah, man. It just sucks because it's not Blade Storm. And Blade Storm is just 10,000 times better. So I feel like this side is not as good as I would like. I feel like Critical Thinking is a good talent. So I'm gonna take it. Giving you more damage on crits from Raging Blow is pretty good. But I don't think I will have place for Onslaught. I don't think Onslaught makes it very, very useful to play with. I don't know. I'll go for Audience Fury. I feel like it's a fun talent to use. And Audience Fury increases your attack speed by 30%. I mean, you can do a very good attack speed build, really, with Annihilator. I want to make that, guys. I want to make it for you guys, but I mean, and here you have Bloodborne, so you could maybe do a bleed-ish build. But let's go with Dancing Blades, and we have 1 point to spend, and that point will be for... Am I missing something? I don't really think so. We could go for Ravager, but I don't really like it, man. Like in PvP, people just move all the time. So I'm going for Ashen Juggernaut. So that would be my build for Fury PvP. And for PvP talents, I will go for Blood Rage. I really like that. Anti-root system. I like also Slaughterhouse, of course. And I would probably play Warbringer because I have double charge. It will do insane damage. And in general, just rooting the enemy for longer, which is quite nice. So that would be my build for Fury Warriors. So now let's go for arms. I'm going to be faster on the class tree, so I would play with Berserker Rage, Impending Victory, War Machine, Spell Reflection, the Fear, Heroic Leap, Fast Footwork, Horned Reflexes. This time I would go for Bitter Immunity, but also Crushing Force, because 60% increased damage on Slam, and I feel like Slam would be interesting to play with as an Arms Warrior, because you will have always something to press, so I feel like it's very fun to play. Bounding Stride, of course. Frothing Berserker, which is pretty good for Maul Strike, actually, so I'll take that. double time, of course, and we have 6 points left to spend. I will use it on defensive stance, intervene, rallying cry. This time we will go for. I feel like Thunderclap is such a useless ability for arms, though. I wish they could make it a bit more interesting. I really wish it. Because 30 rage for that is really a waste, except if you can maybe improve the damage somehow, some way, but you really can't. So we go for Inspiring Presence, Furious Blow. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, you can spend Thunderclap to have one more talent available, but we're not going for Shockwave anyways, right? So we're going for Stonebolt. We have everything we want. And now we go for South Side, and we're going for, of course, Cruel Strikes, extra crit, but also extra damage on Overpower, Spear of Bastion, Elysian Might. You can also go for 200 weapon specialization, but you have 7 points left, so you need to be more careful. I feel like you can do a very big bleed build, so I'm going to show you a bleed build. I'm going for Armor to the Teeth, Avatar. I have 4 more points to spend, so I'm going for Quick Thinking, Thunderous Roar, and we're going for Thunderous Words, so increasing your bleed damage. I really want to showcase the possibilities that you have on this talent tree. Again, you don't have Shadowing Throw, you don't have reinforced plates, but you can really sacrifice a few points here and there whenever you can. I feel like intervene, it's good, but remember it's only physical damage. So if you're playing versus wizards, maybe you don't need to intervene. Maybe you don't want to go Inspiring Presence and Furious Blow for some reason, so you can go for Thunderous Clap, have an extra points to spend for specific abilities. But in general, I feel like this is good also, like removing and granting immunity to Fear Sap in caps, especially versus rogues. So you have so many great options. I feel like every build will be different compared to Shadowlands. So I'm very, very excited for Dragonflight, guys. I don't know if you guys are also excited. So we go for here Mono Strike, of course. We want to go even further beyond. Overpower, of course. Die by the sword, of course. Improved Execute no longer has a CD if you're full. Yeah, of course. Sudden Death. Whirlwind also slams your primary target. We're not going to Whirlwind. I think you could do a Whirlwind build, but for now I'm not like really going for that. Martial Prowess, very good. Your periodic bleed effects have a chance to grant you 5 rage. I guess it could be nice, so I'm gonna take that. I'm also going to take improved overpower. Ooh, I see the problem here. I have 1 point to spend. I feel like I'm going to spend it on. I don't care about deep wounds. Am I? Or am I not? If you're doing a mastery build, it could be interesting to heal yourself a lot, but we'll take this. Like some people are just not going to hit you, so I feel like they're not going to hit you. If they hit you, they're going to full heal you. So we will see what will happen around that time whenever we have Dragonflight in our hands. We go for Colossus Smash. Of course, it's a very good talent. We're going for Tactician. Of course, we want Overpower resets. And Anger Management is not as bad as we would think. Oh, they changed a lot of things, man. Impale, great. Massacre, great. Sweeping Strikes, great. Improved Mono Strike. We want to go further, right? I don't know if I'm going to take that. Depends about if we are going for this side of the tree. Exploiter is quite nice. Anyways, we're going for a bleed build. Again, I don't know if it's going to be meta or not, but I feel like it's going to be very fun to play. I'm going to play Rant, Exhilarating Blows, of course. Have a 15% chance to instantly reset their own cooldowns. Oh, they nerfed it, so you can't double more strike now. Now you have like a reset, so if you don't have rage, you're like kind of stuck with it. It might be good. It might be also very bad. So I don't know. I'm gonna take it. You'll see. Dreadnought, of course. We have 3 points to spend. Oh man, I want to have anger management too. Ooh, I need this skull splitter and fracture. Um, oh man, guys, it's going to be very difficult to build how I would like to build it. I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. Warbreaker. It doesn't really matter if it's AoE, right? Or does it? You also have close smash damage increased by 30% and its effect's duration is increased by 3 seconds. That's also nice, guys. Wow, there's so many builds you can make for Arms Warriors. I'm actually excited. So let's go for a full bleed build. So I'm gonna take Bloodborne 2 times. It will be very hard to justify it, but I mean, I just want to have fun, right? I just want to have fun. Maybe we could remove Blood Surge. Maybe we don't need that extra rage that you like. It's a chance, have a chance to grant. I think it's useless. So I'm not going to take Blood Surge. I'm going to remove it. So now we have 10 points to spend. We are not going for the right side, unfortunately. Maybe we'll go for anger management. Depends about the talents here. So let's see. Rend initial damage strike deals 100% more damage, so it will be quite nice. So it will be useful to actually press without expecting big damage. There's a lot of great things. Bloodletting effect lasts 6 seconds longer, and you have this to expire instantly, so it could do more damage. Have a 5% increase critical strike. I feel like this is going to be strong. Imagine you're going for Rend, deep wounds, and you have Thunderous Roar, which basically does a lot of damage, bleed-wise. And then you have the seconds improved on the bleed effect, so it will do also more damage regardless. But if you're doing Skull Splitter, it's going to instantly expire directly, and all the damage will just go directly on the enemy, so that would be very, very strong. So you're going to obliterate people based on your bleed damage. So I feel like it's going to be very fun to play. We can play with fatality, because then you have some kinds of extra damage you can get from the execute, from the more strikes as you get for exhilarating blows, and just in general you have stacks, and then you can do a big execute and kill people with it. So I really like it. I will not take Battle Lord. It could be very nice, but you will miss some points, I think. It depends. So we take Valor in Victory. Again, 30 seconds reduced die by the sword. Very strong. Regret versatility. I think it's 3% because it's not updating, but 3% versatility is quite nice. We play with Bladestorm, which is a very good ability to actually be immune to control effects, movement impairing effects too. And you can use defensive abilities as well, so it's quite nice. Here we have, if you're Bladestorm, I don't care about killing with Bladestorm because then the arena is over. We could play Unhinged, and we can play Bladestorm, actually improving your movement speed and your strength, so it will be useful to actually press Bladestorm. So now we have 1 point left, and at 1 point left, IMO, I think anger management might be very good. So that would be my build, guys. I don't know if it's going to be very meta, but I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. Guys, remember, we're going for a rend and bleed build. You're going to obliterate people. So you're going for rend, deep wounds, then you will have Thunderous Roar, which is a, again, 90-second CD, so it's going to be very long, but you can maybe sacrifice a point to make it a 1-minute CD, and then play around your Skull Splitter with Fracture, which basically is going to do a lot of damage. Of course, there is a 45 seconds CD on this talent, so you're going to pretty much do every time, every minute. You're going to do Skull Splitter sometimes, but you will probably have a weak aura something or a debuff, and you will see that you will have to Skull Splitter every 45 seconds instead of every 30 seconds. And it will be very, very fantastic because I feel like the damage is going to be insane, guys. So this is my video for Arms Warriors and Fury. I know it's a quite long video, but I wanted to discuss about the new build for Arms and Fury. I feel like it's pretty much the direction they want to go for. the Fury build is pretty much the most best build you can go for as a Fury warrior, and the Arms warrior build is more of a, how can I say, a test build. So if you're going to enjoy your time with this build and of course try to be super meta, I would play with Master and Commander, because then again you will have a lot more health. I mean, it's insane the amount of the defensives and offensives, and the amount of good damage abilities you have as Arms and Fury. You're going to enjoy your time. You could do even a slam build as a Fury warrior, so that would be actually very, very interesting to play. So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support that you're giving to me. I know it's a bit rough right now content wise, because there is no Shadowlands season 4 is for me very, very filler. I don't really touch it anymore, so it's very hard to cover it. I would be a hypocrite to do a video about season 4 while I'm not playing season 4. Dragonflight is still a few months away. I'm very excited for Dragonflight. Warlock is coming in the 26th, so there is like a content drought for me. I'm trying to make content where I can make, but I don't want to make a video just to make a video. I'm going to probably make a video here and there to cover specific specs I'm very, very excited for in Dragonflight. I wanted to make a tier list about my favorite specs in Dragonflight, but I feel like it's too soon to talk about favorite spec because things can change. Except for Warrior, I feel like Warriors, the direction has been taken. Now they know what they want for Warriors in general, or also for Protection Warriors. So I feel like, in general, Dragonflight is going to be a fantastic expansion. So please let me know in the comment section below what you think about the video and about Dragonflight. So be sure to be safe. We'll see each other very soon with tomorrow's video again. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.